Hi everyone, my name is Jake Billsborough, and today I'll be sharing my analysis of women's road running shoes on Zappos. This project used web scraping, data cleaning, and Excel analysis to explore how major brands compare and what factors most influence customer ratings. I began this project by scraping data relating to women's road running shoes on the website Zappos. After scraping and cleaning the women's shoe data, I focus on understanding two main questions. The first one being, how do major brands differ in price, comfort, and fit? And the second question being, which variables most strongly predict high overall ratings? To explore these questions, I use pivot tables, box plots, and correlation analysis. When comparing average prices, brands like On and Hoka were noticeably more expensive, averaging around the $150 to $170 range. Mizuno was close behind, while Brooks sat right in the middle of the price range. Under Armour and Skechers were on the lower end but still maintained solid ratings around 4 stars. Adidas was also on the less expensive side of things. What's interesting is that price doesn't always equal satisfaction. Brands like Adidas, Skechers, and Under Armour were the 3 least expensive shoes, yet they also ranked top 3 for overall rating. Adidas appears to be the most standout option. Being the 3rd least expensive shoe, Adidas ranks first for average rating, style rating, and comfort rating. In terms of consistency, Adidas and Skechers showed the most stable performance across all rating categories, while On and Hoka had a wider variation, meaning their quality and customer satisfaction were less predictable. Brooks landed firmly in the middle, not the highest or lowest price or rating, but consistent across comfort, style, and overall satisfaction. Asics, Saucony, and New Balance also showed similar mid-range performances, steady but not standout. Overall, Adidas clearly offers the best balance of price and performance, while On and Hoka appear to offer less value for their price ranges. When looking at the relationship between variables, comfort and style rating have the most correlation with overall rating in women's road running shoes. Comfort, with an R-squared value of 0.5833, was the strongest predictor of overall rating. 58% of the variation in a shoe's overall rating can be explained by comfort alone. Style rating was a close second, with an R-squared value of 0.5233. Variables like whether or not a shoe is on sale, average true to size rating, and average true to width ratings showed little correlation with the shoe's overall rating. Each of these variables fell between 1 and 6%, meaning they had very little correlation with overall rating for women's road running shoes. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the shoe price and number of reviews were the least important variables when predicting the overall rating of a shoe, both explaining less than 1% of a shoe's overall rating. This tells us customers value how a shoe feels and looks far more than how much it costs or whether it's on sale. To wrap up, this analysis showed clear differences among women's road running shoe brands on Zappos. Adidas delivered the best overall value, offering top comfort, style, and overall rating at a lower price point. On and Hoka were the most expensive brands, but their ratings didn't really consistently outperform others, suggesting weaker value for the cost. When it comes to what drives a high overall rating, comfort and style were by far the strongest predictors, while price and number of reviews had almost no impact. This shows that consumers care most about how the shoe feels and looks, not how much it costs. For brands, the takeaway is clear. Investing in comfort technology, materials, and design consistency will have a much greater impact on customer satisfaction than simply increasing prices or marketing hype. Overall, the data highlights how value and comfort, not cost, define customer loyalty in the running shoe market.